Contrary to the rumors that you've heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton and sent here to save the planet Earth. You will not see a dime of increased taxes. Not one dime. Not your payroll tax. The best idea, I think, is to raise the cap on the payroll tax. Not your income tax.
Your new tax plan is going to tax me more, isn't it?
Not your capital gains tax.
What I've said is that I would look at raising the capital gains tax for purposes of fairness.
I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
I'm in this race to tell the lobbyists in Washington that their days of setting the agenda are over. They have not funded my campaign. They will not work in my White House.
Just this weekend, the New York Times published a list of names, a rather long list of names of people who are working on Obama's transition team or who have accepted jobs in his White House, who are either former lobbyists or who have close ties to lobbyists. The Times reports that some of those people were lobbying as recently as this year.
Now, I had no doubt, and I said at the time, when I opposed the surge, that given how wonderfully our troops perform, if we place 30,000 more troops in there, then we would see an improvement in the security situation and we would see a reduction in the violence. We can send 15,000 more troops, 20,000 more troops, 30,000 more troops. I don't know any expert on the region or any military officer that I've spoken to privately that believes that that is going to make a substantial difference on the situation. I had a uncle who was one of the who was part of the first American troops to go into Auschwitz.
First, Obama didn't have an uncle who served in the U.S. Army. Second, Russian forces liberated the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland in January of 1945.
Those are not statements that I ever heard when I was sitting in the pews at this church. Did I ever hear him make remarks that could be considered controversial while I sat in the church? Yes.
You can walk out of a church. I mean, you can go up to a pastor and say, this is wrong.
And as I said, Anderson, if I had heard any of these statements, I probably would have walked out, and I probably would have told Reverend Wright that they were wrong. But they were not statements that I heard when I was in church.
So no one...
Did I ever hear him make remarks that could be considered controversial while I sat in the church? Yes.
The government gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a 3-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America. No, no, no. Not God Bless America. God damn America. That's it.
I don't think that my church is actually particularly controversial.
That were won and lost somehow don't seem to matter very much anymore. All the lies we were told, all the lives of the people running round their castles and birds.